Frosty relations between the Prime Minister and his counterpart in India were trending today. The Indian government released a statement, saying Narendra Modi scolded Trudeau on the sidelines of the G20 summit in New Delhi over Sikh protests in Canada. These protests are in support of an independence movement in India seeking to create a homeland for Sikhs. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau spent the weekend in New Delhi at the G20 summit, where rifts between him and India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi took center stage. Trudeau briefly met with him on the sidelines of the summit. And India's External Affairs Ministry says their PM expressed strong concerns to Trudeau about anti-India activities of extremist elements in Canada, particularly Sikh separatists. As for Trudeau, he said the topic of foreign interference also came up.
As always, we will emphasize how important the rule of law is. It is incredibly important that we continue to protect Canadians from any and all types of interference. And one of the things we're focused on in this inquiry is recognizing, yes, China and Russia are responsible for interference, but other countries engage in it as well.
Trudeau's national security advisor said earlier this year that India was among the top sources of foreign interference in Canada. New Delhi has previously argued that elements in Canada have been behind interference in domestic affairs in India, including in relation to the Khalistani separatist movement, which advocates for part of the Indian state of Punjab to become an independent country for Sikhs. India has long accused Canada of harboring extremists related to this cause. The Canadian government, on the other hand, has maintained that freedom of speech means groups can voice political opinions so long as they are not violent. The political drama between the pair was quite obviously on display during the summit. Modi tried to grasp Trudeau's hand during a wreath-laying ceremony, but Trudeau simply shook it. Trudeau suggested that people could read into it what they wish. He also skipped Modi's leaders' dinner the night before, with the Prime Minister's office refusing to say why. Outside of that, Trudeau expressed dissatisfaction with the G20 leaders' declaration on Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
If it was just up to me, the leaders' declaration would have been much stronger, particularly on Ukraine. If it was just up to other countries around the table, it would have been much weaker, particularly on Ukraine.
He called the G20 an extremely disparate group, adding that representatives worked hard to get the strongest language they possibly could.